Welcome to this QuickBooks Online tutorial for beginners on how to receive partial items against purchase orders. And so what I want to do in this video is show you some setup that you want to make sure that you do in your QuickBooks file to make sure that you're accurately receiving these items and tracking them correctly in QuickBooks Online, because this really actually can kind of screw up your QuickBooks file. All right. So here's what we're going to do here. So the first thing that I want you to check, okay, is to go up to your account and settings. All right, so there is a setting over here under advanced, and you'll see this right here. It says Prefill Forms with previously entered content. Okay, this is going to default to on. Now this can be very handy, especially if you're ordering things, or if there's a recurring bill and you enter a vendor. Let's say QuickBooks Online will automatically enter the last transaction information. So if you repeatedly order or do a purchase order for the same number of items to a particular vendor, it's going to auto fill in the line items on that purchase order. Okay, so let me show you why this is important when you have a purchase order that you're receiving items against. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go up and we're going to create a purchase order here. I want to walk you through this step by step. All right, so let's say that we have a purchase order to Bob's Burger Joint, okay? And we're going to pick the item. Let's say that this is rock fountain, all right? And we're gonna order 10 of these, all right? All right, so we have our purchase order, we send it to the vendor, and we just hit save and close. All right, so now when you receive these items and you receive this bill. Now in QuickBooks Online, it's different than QuickBooks Desktop because there is no item receipt. All right, so in this case, we're going to enter a bill. All right, so we get a bill from Bob's Burger Joint for some of these items. Okay, so Bob's Burger Joint, and you'll see here this opens up over here. And it says you have a purchase order. Do you want to add this to it? You can add or open. So if you open, it's going to take you to the purchase order and close you out of this bill screen. But if you just click add, okay, it's going to add the rock fountain here and 10 of them. All right. So let's say that you only received 7. All right. So there was some back order and they're going to send you the other 3, but right now they shipped 7 of them to you and you get this bill. All right. So we have the bill for 7 and we want to enter the bill for $875. All right. So all we're going to do is hit save and close. Okay, now let's say it's a week later, we receive the other 3 and we get a bill from Bob's Burger Joint. So we're going to go in and we're going to enter a bill for Bob's Burger Joint. Okay, and now you're going to see this feature where it pops up this window and it says, okay, total $1,250, balance $375, and purchase order 1006. And we say, okay, good, let's add. All right, so this is where this is important and can really mess you up. All right, that feature I showed you in the beginning of the video to auto include those prior amounts from the bill, it's going to enter this line item here. So when you click add, it's going to also add the 3 that you received. So you could inadvertently enter a bill for $1,250 if you're not careful. All right, and this is because the 7 that you received before is automatically being entered because of this automation feature, and then it's also adding the 3. So in this case, what you're going to have to do is delete that line item. Okay, so now the bill is correct, showing $125, total bill $375, and it's going to close out this purchase order. So to not have this come up and to prevent errors, because I see this happen and it creates errors where you have, your bills are too high, you have, you're showing too many quantity on hand. You want to go in and turn off that feature in the account settings. And again, when you start up your QuickBooks Company Online file, it's going to automatically default to turning that on. All right, so let's hit save and close. So let me just go back to account and settings. We go to advanced, and so this is where you can turn this off, okay? Prefill Forms with previously entered content. We click it off and we should be good to go. Any questions whatsoever, feel free to leave a comment below. Also, head over to the QuickBooks University. Lots of great members over there. I get so many good questions from members about their personal QuickBooks situation, and I love helping people figure this stuff out as members of the QuickBooks University. So head over there now, become a member. It's qbuniversity.org.